Hi there, my name's Andy Hillier and today's guitar lesson is on one of my favourite songs of all time. It's Get the Funk Out by Extreme. I used to have this tape on in my car. The album was called Porno Graffiti. I used to turn the tape round and just play it constantly. Awesome song, great fun to play. I'm going to teach you the whole song apart from the crazy guitar solo. But all the lead up bit to it I'm going to teach you. But just before I do, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier. Give me a like on the video, press that notification button. Leave me some comments in the comment section, even if it's just to say hi, but I'd love to know what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want the tabs for this, then I'll put them on my Patreon page. A link to that is in the description. Now the song should be played with the guitar tuned down a half step or down a semitone, but I'm going to teach it today with my guitar in standard tuning. But when you play along to the track, you have to tune down a semitone. Okay, now the song starts with 4 bars of drums. I haven't written that in. And then we come in on what is actually bar 5. And it sounds like this. 1, 2. Okay, so it's just a little random bit at the beginning. 2 percussive hits. So rest your fingers against the strings, but don't press anything down. And then play E15. Then 2 percussive hits, and then E15. So it comes in on beat 3, so 1, 2. And then into the next bar, a semi-quaver after beat 2, you're going to do up, down, up on the percussive hits, and then E15, and then down, up on the percussive hits, and then E15. So it goes 1, 2. And then bar 3 starts the same sort of idea. There's a little sextuplet in there, so you've got to speed that up. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Then hit the E15, then down, up, down. Okay, so it's all based on that. So that's sort of the beginning part. And then in beat, or in bar 4 as written there, it just makes loads of noise. A little slide up, and then there's 2 hits on the end where we're playing D3 and G3 and palm muting them. That will become more apparent as we see the next line. So let's just quickly try that beginning part. Ready? After 2, 1, 2. One, 2. Okay, on to the next line. This is the verse, but this is like when the main guitar part kicks in. And we've got this. So to play that, we're going to start on D3 and G3. I'm going to use 2 different fingers, D3 and G3. And we're going to do a quick slide from 3 up to 5. And then we're going to go back down to fret 3 on those middle 2 strings. So, all really slowly. We're then going to do 2 more hits on it, but make them palm muted. Okay, so the first bar of that line. We then do that same slide from 3 to 5 and back to 3. 2 palm muted hits again. Okay, so far you've got this. We then play, which is your first finger flat across the D and the G and the B strings at the 5th fret. And we're going to start with the 3rd finger on B6. And you play the D5, G5 and B6. And then you're going to take your finger off the B string and play the D5, the G5 and the B5. So you've got, and then it does 2 more palm muted D3 and G3s, and then does that same slide from 3 to 5 and then back to the 3. So all very similar. So let's get up to there slowly. We've got this. And then if we carry on from there, we've got. So for that, I'm going to play at the end of bar 7, 2 E3s. I'm going to use my 3rd finger. We're then going to play octaves. So first finger A1, little finger on G3, and you play it and slide up 2 frets, and then back down to A1 and G3. So you've got. It then does the same thing but slightly different rhythm. So if we go from the 2 hits at the end of bar 7, you go. And then there's 2 palm muted D3 and G3s, which will repeat back to bar 5. So the whole line slowly will go. And up speed. And that repeats around 4 times in the verse. That will take us to the bridge where we've got this. So the first chord there is a B flat power chord, first finger A1, third finger on D3, little finger on G3. So you play that, last for the whole bar, 1, 2, 3, 4. We then move up 2 frets, so first finger's A3, third finger D5, little finger on G5, and that's a C power chord. We then get this chord, which is an E flat 9 chord. First finger is going to go on D5, second finger on A6, and third finger goes flat across the G and the B strings at the 6th fret. And you hit the middle 4 strings. We then move that same position up 2 frets, so you're on frets 7 and 8, so first finger D7, third finger's on G and B8, second finger on A8. So that's an F9 chord, and it goes down, up, down, down, down. Okay, so let's put the whole of that bridge together. Here we go, 3, 4. That takes us to the chorus. Now we've got 2 lines of the chorus. The first line sounds like this. Okay, so for that we're going to do a G5 chord. Little finger E3, third finger B3, and second finger on E3 nearest to your face. And we're going to hit the E3 nearest to your face, and then just going to do an upstroke on E, B, and the G strings. Doesn't matter if you hit the D strings also. Okay, but we don't take the finger off of E3 when we hit the bottom strings as well. Okay, we then play the open E, and then fret 5, I'm going to use my third finger. So E5, and then little finger E6. So it goes open, and then 5, and then 6. Then first finger plays fret 3 twice. Then 5, 6, and then back to 3. So it goes 0, 5, 6, 3, 3, 5, 6, 3. So 0, 5, 6, 3, 3, 5, 6, 3. If we put that with what we've got so far, we've got. Or even slower. And it's all kind of palm muted, that E string. And then there's just 2 open E's at the end of the bar. So slowly that bar. Bit faster. And up speed. The next bar is exactly the same. So if we put bars 13 and 14 together slowly, you got. And up speed. And then bars 15 and 16 go. So 2 C power chords, first finger A3, third finger D5. And I'd go down, up, and then two A3s. So we've got, and then this cool bit that goes, which is starting on the 6 on the A6, hammer onto A7, and then G5, back to the A7. So it then does the same thing, but instead of the last note being A7, it goes to A8. So you get, which takes us into the next bar there. So you've got from the two A3s goes. It then does that A6 to A7 hammer on again, and then G5, but this time plays a D8. It's kind of like doing the same thing 3 times, but changes the last note each time. So it then plays another D8, and then D7, then D5, A5, and then A7. So if we put bars 15 and 16 together slowly, go. It's quite tricky, a bit faster. Okay, so let's put the whole line together slowly. Here we go. Ready, and... Bit faster. And up speed. On to the next line of the chorus. Now the first 2 bars are exactly the same. I forgot about the 2 E's. The next 2 bars, just a slight little variation. The chord he hits is a C7 chord. First finger on D2, second finger on A3, and third finger on G3. So hits that twice, and then plays A3 and pulls off to the open A, and the rest of it's the same. So bars 19 and 20 slowly go. So that line will go like this. And up speed. So that's the chorus. It then goes back, there's 2 bars rest, and then it goes back and plays the verse, and then the bridge, and then the chorus, exactly the same as we did. And then one of my favourite parts of the song, this little breakdown part that goes. So to play that, we've got G5, G3, D5, D3. So it's... We then play G3, D5, D3, and then A5. So far. We then play D5, D3, A5, and then A4. So far from the beginning. And then we play D3 into the next bar. We've got A5, A4, and then A3. So again from the beginning of the line. And then we're going to play A5, A4, A3, A1, then another A1, A3, A1, E1, then E2. So okay, so the whole line slowly. Bit faster. And up speed. And then the last line that we need to learn, it's a cool part that goes so for that it goes A1, A3, then D1, D2, D3, D4, D5. So far. And then on the G string it goes G3, G4, G5. So nice and syncopated too. And then the next bar's the same, so the first two bars. The next bar is the same thing, but all up one string, so down to the E string. So you've got... And then the last bar is slightly different. We've got... which is E1, E3, A1, A2, A3. Then A3, bend it up and down. Then pull off to the fret 1. So you then play A3, A1, E3, E1. So that last bar of that line goes. Okay, so the whole line slowly. And up speed. And then it goes into that crazy guitar solo, which is awesome. And then it just goes to the chorus, repeats the chorus, and then it does this kind of same breakdown part right at the end of the song. And that's it. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed that guitar lesson and found it useful. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, press that notification bell. I do love to hear from you. I do read every single comment, so please leave me a comment in the comment section. I'd love to know where in the world you're watching this from, as I'm just making this video from my home in England and you guys are all around the world. So let me know what country you come from, let me know what songs I should do next, or just say hi because it helps the video get some more views. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want the tabs for this, then I'll put it on my Patreon page. A link to that is in the description. Well, thanks for watching this. I do really appreciate it. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.